Good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. Today is Monday, December 22nd. All right, got a few things to give some updates on here early in the morning. So we got a little bit of a change to the charts. I've got now I think this is going to help everyone out a lot, hopefully. I've got my 15-minute levels that I map out each morning on Discord. Those are going to be your dashed white lines that you're going to see on the chart. The red boxes are going to be areas of resistance, which are my weekly bands. We should have, I think, we've got a green one down here. So these are just weekly bands, guys. Okay. 5-minute levels are just the small dotted, the small dotted lines, just to kind of give you guys a representation of those. I will be, obviously we've got a few signals here on the ES. We've got one here at the 68.48.75 that we'll be obviously taking a look at. This one fits nicely in the weekly band, so pretty interested in that one. But what you'll see me do here is kind of trade how I've been trading for about 9 years. So not just not 9 years, about 9 months. Excuse me, on the levels, it's been about almost a year and a half. So I will be looking at taking some trades off of the levels. They'll be very simple, just candle confirmations on those. And then obviously if we find any setups like how we normally do with TP entry, I will be mapping those out as well. So, you know, going into weekly bands, I'm obviously looking for rejections on the 5 or the 15-minute. I want to see a candle closing pretty much outside of this weekly band that we've got here. And then obviously scaling down pretty dramatically down to the micros. I am still on the NQ chart, so I've got the leader account, still trading my E-minis. But to all of my accounts, they're going to be going into micros, and you'll see kind of how I do my order entry and my targets and things like that. So I'm just looking for rejections of the weekly bands or my levels, and then obviously if we spot out any signals for some nice scalps, that'll always be in play. And the theory is pretty much the same. I am still looking for areas of unbalanced volume to target. So like in this scenario here, if we were to get a nice rejection candle, my first TP would be somewhere in this region right here at the 25.739, just because this is currently unbalanced. It's a 5-minute level. We broke a structure. I think everybody gets that point as of right now. We will be doing our some live giveaways on some Apex evaluations here this morning. So if you want to get entered into that, just type in "volume is king" in the chat, and that'll pick up on this program that I have that will randomize a winner, and we'll show that on stream. So just make sure you put that in, and once we do our giveaway, you do have to claim it. So just say, "I'm here, thank you," if you're the winner, and then I'll give you my email so I can send you the coupon code to get that evaluation. Morning Nordic, morning Coach Cleats, morning Jeffrey, morning JW, Joe, good morning, Saf, good morning, Rugby, good morning, Jeffrey, good morning, Michael, good morning, Kamish, good morning, Keith, good morning, Starscream, good morning, Joe, good morning, Patricia, good morning, thank you for joining the stream VIP. I will be posting January's members only live stream this afternoon. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I was busy as shit this weekend. Work's been nuts. Work is always nuts, like the week before. You know you can't have closings and everybody's rushing. So I actually got 2 closings today. I got another one scheduled for tomorrow. I got a tenant moving into a new unit. So next 2 days are going to be a little busy for me. All right, some decent movement here this morning already, which I like. Yeah, so I'll be live today and tomorrow. And then be live back on Friday. So no live stream, obviously, the 24th or the 25th. And then I leave to Florida the 25th with the family. And I'll be down there till the 7th of January. But we'll be streaming every day. No, they don't, Jeffrey. The Bears, man. What a game, though. What a game. I actually lost my voice that night. I mean, come on. The onside kick. That's like... That was incredible. It just seems like... Just seems like they do it every single time. But I keep saying, I mean, you can't win Super Bowl. You can't win a Super Bowl like that. I don't even know if you can necessarily win a playoff game like that. Because eventually, you know, there's some luck that's involved on those bounces of the ball. And eventually your luck's gonna... I feel like it's gonna run out. I wish they could be a little bit more solid on defense, more consistent. Obviously, takeaways are not an issue, but I would like to see them get a little bit more consistent on D. Maybe a little bit more aggressive on pass, like a pass rusher, and getting some real pressure on QBs. We haven't really been doing a great job of that. We're not great against the run. We're decent against the pass, but I think we still get kind of beaten up pretty good. And that backup quarterback for Packers, man, what a game. What a game for him to come out and maybe prove his worth to another team, possibly. You know, everybody, or at least everybody at the, we were watching it at a friend's house, and everybody was excited not excited because obviously he had possibly had a concussion, but was excited that at least we didn't have to go against him. And I'm like, I've got a feeling this backup quarterback, Malik, is, I saw him win 2 games last year. He had a game-winning drive last year, and he's a player. He's definitely a player. All right, guys. So we're gonna run our first giveaway here. So this is any size Apex eval. You get a coupon for it. You just put it in. and it's good for 30 days. After 30 days, it goes down to 50% off on any reoccurring charges that are there. Pretty much, if you don't pass it within the 30 days, just cancel it, and you won't pay a dime. You won't pay a penny on it. All right, let's see if I can. It's the first time I do this, so figured we'll do it now. Make sure you put in volume is king in the comments of the chat. Otherwise, this program that I've got set up will not see your, will not enter you into the giveaway. So I'll give you guys one more minute just to type in volume is king if you're looking for a free Apex eval any size. Morning, Cad. Morning, David Ray. All right, 30 more seconds. Type in volume is king, and we'll get the first one rolling here. Then we'll do the next one at 9. We'll do the other one at 10 a.m. All right, here we go. Let's see how this works. All right, Starscream, you are our first winner, man. Awesome. So what I'm gonna do is just send me an email. Let's see here, Starscream. Cool. All right, that was our first winner. So we'll do another one at 9 a.m. and we'll do another one at 10 a.m. That's kind of cool. Just worked. I like that. I like when things work. So we got a little pocket here of unbalanced volume on the NQ. It's pretty much sitting between the 25,796 and the 802s. So I'll be taking a look and see if there's any type of reaction here. Only issue here with it being A+, which it's not. When price action left from here, there was really very little unbalanced volume. It's pretty small. I think it was maybe like 5 points from here from the entry. So unless we get a really nice unbalanced area leading into this area right here, we still have this 5-minute level here at the 25,737. This is a great target for if I get any type of reaction, one into this weekly band, to this level, or the unbalanced, the small unbalanced area right here. Take a look at the ES. So the ES just has a 15-minute level coming up at the 6930 that we'll be taking a look at. 5-minute level here at the 68.99. And then we've got this nice juicy setup here on the ES that we'll take a look at. So that one is pretty A+ on there. Obviously, we've got this really nice setup as well on the NQ, if I can find it. No, not that one. This one. This one's A+, 24,960 an entry. TP1 at the 24,974 and the 24,987 with a stop loss at the 24,949. So I'll leave that one up there for you guys for a second. We do have another setup up here. My only issue with this one is I got two possible entries here, so not super clearly defined area. We do have a 15-minute area right smack here too as well. So I'm more inclined for this 25,100 than I am for the 25,117. And I might be able to even leave my TPs in the spot because the TPs were easy to find, but the entry not so much. All right, 9 minutes here for the open. You got it, Starscream. Damn, and I forgot about my light. I had my light that I was going to do this little cool thing. Let's see if that works. Yeah. I was going to do that when I did my giveaway, but I was kind of excited just to see if everything was going to work, which it did. I'm pretty happy about. If I also had to rate this weekly band here, this is probably a B weekly band. All the other ones on the chart are pretty A plus, but there is a good pocket of unbalanced volume, but it's more sitting in the middle to upper half here. Versus my typical band that's typically got unbalanced volume pretty much the whole way through. No high impact news this morning. We do have some high impact news tomorrow, which we've got tomorrow GDP, QQQ advance, and U.S. durable goods at 7:30. At 8:15 we got U.S. industrial production. At 9 a.m. we've got CB consumer confidence. Damn, on the 24th, we've got U.S. initial jobless claims and oil inventory. Don't think I'll be trading on the 24th. So I run a toy drive at my office that I've been doing now for, I want to say, almost 15 years. So we get our agents, or say my agents, clients, family, friends that all drop off toys at our office. And then me and the kids and my nephew, we go to the children's hospital on the 24th in the morning and drop them off. I'm doing that for over 15 years. And I gotta get a haircut appointment. I got a haircut coming up on Wednesday. My barber was slammed. He's like, the only day I can get you is the 24th. At like 3 o'clock too. Morning, Steve. Bruno, I'm on the NQ right now. ES currently looks like this. We do have a small 5-minute level here now that got... That's the ES. Here's the NQ. All right, 3 minutes to the market open. And then starting in January, as I've been mentioning, I've got a video coming out this week here on the new signal service portal, which is going to pretty much, it's a beast. And working out the last kinks today. So I had to get registered. To be able to send out text messages. And that was like a 3 or 4 day process that I had to get verified and send them like a copy of what I'm going to be sending out so that it does not get blocked by the major carriers. But it'll be nice because now when a signal gets posted, you will get a text message and an email. And then obviously through the portal, you'll be able to see it. I will be live streaming on the portal as well. So on YouTube, I'll have a pre-market stream on the signal service portal, and then an after YouTube stream on the portal as well. So there'll be, and that's more the after, because that's going to be probably around 10:30. That'll be great for like Q&A, and then obviously any additional setups that we might have been looking at when after the YouTube stream. So I have that capability. We'll be doing some giveaways on some Signal service memberships, because now I have that capability of doing that. I didn't have that with Discord. What else? What else is on there? The way that we look at signals are going to be completely updated. So now there's not going to be one page that's going to have all of the signals, and you kind of have to cipher through them. We're going to have a channel that's just for completed signals. So once a trade completes, gets charted. So you'll see a chart of the actual trade, and then that gets thrown into a completed channel. And so when you open up the open signals, you'll see however many open signals we have. So it should be super clean now for people, and for myself. It's going to make my life even easier. All right, so that was the market open there. Let's get this IB indicator offer right now. Sitting out the first 10 minutes of the market like I typically always do. You can see this ES came right in and tapped in this unbalanced area right here, the 69.16. They'll be coming out this week. So I'm just waiting for them to approve my text message capability, because I don't want to have anybody, I don't want to say something and then for me not to have the functionality, but should be hopefully today or tomorrow. Another thing too, and you know, this is not a sales pitch, but prices are going to be going up in 2026. So if you are a Signal member currently on YouTube or on Discord, it's $40, and you'll be locked in at $40 if you join prior to December 31st. And you'll be locked in for as long as you stay a member. All right, let's kind of see what, if any, reaction here. Wasn't the greatest level, I should say greatest unbalanced area, but you can see we're starting to see a little bit of a reaction. Having a hard time getting right through here. Morning, Greg. And remember, our next Apex giveaway will be at 9 a.m. So we'll run that. There's a few different options that I can do. So I'm just going to try all three different ones out today and see which one I like the most. Hopefully you guys enjoy this new type of layout on the charts. I think it helps integrate what I do on the day my daily 5 and 15 minute levels, my weekly bands that I send you guys out. Oh, you know what? I need to add one more thing. That's what I need to do. So you can see we tapped in perfectly into that 25,737. So this has now been balanced out. Good reaction, every point, maybe off by a point. classic sweep. So obviously everybody that was betting on going long this morning, everybody's stops got knocked out here, 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 and most likely, I don't know, might have enough there, but right there. Next stop would be coming down right here. There you go. There's a reaction there. It's got a little bit more to go for it to swipe these stops. But this classic move here, classic auction move that market does at the open, and it can just because it has so much volatility. It can almost do whatever it really needs to do. So remember on my charts, we've got the 45-day composite on the right-hand side. So this is incorporating a good amount of December's contract and the March contract. On the left side, which we don't have much, obviously, this is now on. I set this now on a 5-day volume composite. Really can't see much there, but here you go. The 5-day volume composite is right here, and this is really to incorporate March's contract. Get a little bit more of a clear picture there. Morning, Chum Sauce. Peter X, good morning. Sorry about that. I had to use the washroom. And guys, this is what I mention in every single one of my videos, and the beauty of it now is that you get to kind of see it in in real-time live. These weekly bands are very difficult to get through without, like I always say, there's three things that can get you through a weekly band. It's going to be headline news, high impact news, some kind of big headline that comes out, or multiple retaps into a weekly band. All right, so they left a lot of unbalanced volume up here sitting at the 25 780s. No surprise where you get your reaction. I have scaled down, so I am currently running on pretty much half position size that I normally do. I will move back up to pretty much the 1E mini on my cash accounts. Once I start to see like a 2 or 3 signal TP1, TP2 in a row, you know, I think volume's starting to build back up now with March's contract. So getting a little bit more confident with the setups. I think we've sifted. Why can't I say that word? So I think we've kind of balanced out December for the most part. So we do have a 15-minute level here now at the 25 654. So we'll see what kind of reaction we get at that 15-minute. Typically what I like to see is, you know, either on a 2-minute or a 5-minute to get a nice little candle confirmation here. And then we can find some unbalanced volume sitting above us. Currently, the only unbalanced volume area sitting is pretty much at the 25 780. Now, we can obviously jump down to the 1, or let's just say the 2-minute. Why does that look so weird? That looks really funky, my charts. Not sure why. So you've got, like, you know, I've got another level sitting right here. This has been unbalanced. I don't know why the 2-minute looks so weird. Does the 1-minute look strange? No, 1-minute looks fine. It's kind of bizarro. So now I like to see what this 25 700 does now when we tap back into it from the downside. If we blow through here, then I could delete this this 15-minute level at that point. There's no, it already did what it needed to do. You can see that was the area that the market found its volume. And then I'll give you guys some heads up on if I'm looking at a setup here to take. $15-minute level at the 69.21. Jump to the NQ. We do got a gap to fill as well. Sunday's open. Yeah, the gap pressed in there pretty much from the 600s to the 635, so about a 35-point gap. So we'll see if the market wants to fill that here today. Okay, so about a minute 30 here now on this candle to close. Pretty much if we continue on this push, what happens here then is this 15-minute level now gets dragged down to right here where we've got a new 5-minute level formed. I can keep this 15-minute level here as well, and then we can possibly look for a retracement back to take a move to the upside. Or we see what kind of rejection we get here now. We've got a 5-minute level. We've got two areas here of unbalanced areas. Nothing Nothing signal worthy here yet. But we want to see what kind of rejection. More than likely, I think that they're going to come in and try to tap into the 25,812, which is a 15-minute level. All right, so now we can move this guy right down to here. Move him to a 5-minute level. Now, what we'd like to see is break of structure here. And then if we can retest down here, then we could look for a possible long. Actually, I'm going to delete this guy right now because of the fact that we still haven't broken structure here on the 5. So we got to let price action develop here a little bit. Okay, so just for you guys watching now, we would have a 5, and this is on the ES, so we would have a 5-minute level. This is where my level would be drawn, as you guys know. Now, would this be a good 5-minute level for those of you in the chat that understand what I'm hopefully talking about here? Would this be an area that we're looking for taking a possible long here? No, because you can see how your wick, before you made to the move to the upside, this wick already balanced out this area. So this 5-minute level can be deleted. And you can see we got a rejection right there on the 15-minute at the 69.21. I'm more interested right now at the 69.30. Get some fresh price action here. Jump back to the NQ. Good job, Nordic. And we do have this 5-minute level coming up on the NQ at the 25,780. This was the market open, so I do not put a lot of weight on this particular level. I think I've explained that many times on stream, but your headline news moves and or I should say high impact news and market open, be very, very careful. You have to see something absolutely amazing happen right here. Good footprint confirmation, beautiful candle confirmation. But typically the market open move is not as reliable of a reactionary point on the retest. And typically another area of liquidity for them would be sitting right between these two boxes, which is all the stops on betting on shorts right now. Now, it is a great target for them, excuse me, the 25,780, because that is the biggest unbalanced area right now in the market, which is sitting right here. So it is a very good target for them. No, so on the 32nd is my TPs, Nordic. So on the NQ, typically I'm on the 32nd, sometimes even a little lower. But I mean, I usually start on the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, if I can find a great TP area that's left unbalanced, that's what I target. But on the NQ, typically ES is no problem. ES, you could do 1 minute, 5 minute. But the NQ, you kind of have to jump down to the 32nd to find some good TP levels. Not for entries. My entries come out of the 5 and the 15. And I would say maybe less than 5% are ever on the 1 minute, but that's got to be extreme volatility where you just don't have any opportunities on the 5 or 15. So again, here, what we're looking for is since we do not, if this closes here to the upside, okay, above this 15-minute level at the 69.21 on the ES, at that point you could delete this level, or if it just kind of hangs out here and this is an area of balanced volume where, you know, price is fair, you know, then at that point we can also delete it. We're just looking to see what kind of reaction we get to it on the secondary tap. The freshest level right now is at the 69.30. So that's the one I would be looking at for a possible short. All right, so our next giveaway is going to be coming up here in a few minutes. So for this one, I'm going to need you guys to type into the chat hashtag TraderRob. Make sure you put the hashtag because that will help my system. So hashtag TraderRob, and you got until 9 a.m. to put that comment in. And then we'll run another, any size Apex eval is given away. So hashtag TraderRob in the chat, and then you'll be automatically put into the giveaway. All right, about another minute. Let me get this one queued up. All right, let's see what we get here. All right. All right, here we go. How does that go? Pretty slow. All right, Rugby's got a chance. CAD's got a chance. Chump sauce. Oh, I gotta hit the spin button. All right, let's see. That was funny. All right, CAD 285. You're the winner. Just put in the comments. Thanks, Trader Rob, and then I'll send you the instructions. Let's see if he's got a minute to. He's got a minute to claim. And I do see CAD's on there. All right, next one will be at 10 a.m. You got it, bud. CAD. Send email to Trader Rob at robstrades.com. All right, cool. So, you know, looking at a possible short here on the ES, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to find an unbalanced level to target for my TP. And as you guys can see with price action, we're on the 1 minute here. I have no level here that has not been balanced out. Okay, so not really any good TP level for me to target. Okay, here would be a level, this got balanced out. Here would be a level, this got balanced out. Here would be a level, this got balanced out. Here would be a level, this already got balanced out. So that's how you kind of have to, how you can play the 5 and 15 minute levels with some pretty damn good accuracy. Now here, all I'd be looking for is if we do tap back into the 25,688, I would like to see a confirmation, a good candle confirmation here on the 5, and then target. I could even target up here at the 25,780s, and then I would drop down to the 1 and see what we got. Get rid of this guy. So nothing on the 15 that we already don't have mapped out. The only 15-minute level that's fresh is the 6930. Jump to the 5. Got no level here. That's that has not been unbalanced. So you kind of just now sit and wait on the ES. And it'll help you get out of consolidation areas too. So we'll see what kind of reaction we get here at the 25,688. We got another 15-minute level right below us at the 25,654. Would like to see a break of structure at the 672, which is right over here, and kind of see what the market wants to do. And then we can take a look at for any unbalanced areas up here, which I can tell you right now doesn't look very clean. All right, so our next giveaway will be at 10 a.m. this morning. Do you guys like this format? I mean, this can, I think, will help you understand the basic strategy on what all my signals are derived from. This is the core of the entire strategy. So hopefully this helps you guys understand things, and this will make you a better trader. I guarantee you that. You learn these simple rules here. Okay, so I jumped to the 15 on the NQ. Your 15-minute level would have been sitting right here at the 25,694. As you guys can see, this candle's already balanced that out. So no impulsive move, no break of structure, nothing that I'm looking for. So but jump back down to the 5. And then we need to see the market obviously move just a little bit. For those of you just joining, I have scaled down pretty much half position size. So my typical position size is 1 E-mini. So I'm the average. I've got a few different ATMs set up for depending on, you know, what type of trade I'm looking at. You know, obviously on the weekly band trades, you know, those are going to be scaled down pretty small, probably 2 micros. On my signal service, any setup that I get that you know I consider to be A+, that'll be running on 6 micros, And then any level that I take a trade on is going to be around 4 to 5 micros. So pretty much half position size. And what I want to see is on my signals for us to get like 2 or 3 consecutive nice TP1, TP2 winners. And at that point, then I can evaluate going back to the E-mini. Now I am trading on the NQ chart. So this is the NQ chart. All my trades will be off of the NQ. For my cash accounts, so I'll be cross traded into the micros. So the charts will all be based off of the NQ, and then but they will all be cross traded to the MNQ. Hopefully that makes sense. And you can do that with your trade copier. So I'm using Replicano, and on Replicano you have the option of cross trading, you know, the E-mini and the micros, which most people already know. I just figured out I've got a great idea for when I do things like that with my lights. I could just attach my lights to my Stream Deck and get that. All right, so let's jump down to the 1 just to see what if anything they have left in their wake. So we do have a level right here. Okay, so this is unbalanced currently, but I'd have to see a nice little rejection here. I'd like to see a confirmation candle, obviously close to the upside. We did already tap into this 25,688 this morning. You could see on the 5-minute we were not able to close beneath it, so we'll see what kind of reaction we get here. And then your next unbalanced 15-minute level is going to be at the 25,654. So if price action wants to take these stops out, that'll be the next area we take a look at. And then we can see on the way down on the 1 minute what they've left unbalanced that they want to come right back into and balance out. So probably on the 1 minute here, we probably got a... No confirmation yet. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. I like this candle right here. But we'll see. Like I said, they might want to come after these stops that are sitting at the 25,672. Okay, no confirmation. So now we can sit and chill. And then once we break through here, then I can take a look at some unbalanced volume sitting up here for a nice scalp. But we got to break structure down here first. Nothing there. I do prefer to be on the 2 minute, but I don't know why my 2 minute looks like... Why does it look like shit like this? Why do the candles look so weird? Don't know. It's only on the 2 minute. 1, 5. Okay, so we got about 5 seconds left here for this 5-minute candle to close. Now we do have a level, obviously a 5-minute level. We've got a 1-minute level right up here, which I've already said this could be a great TP. If we get some kind of setup that would make us go long. Now we do have a 5-minute level now that would be sitting right here. 5-minute level. But what does this level need to do to stay as a 5-minute level? Would be we got to break structure down here. So we got to break structure down here without balancing out this move here. I do not want it seeing wicking over here or tapping anywhere, pretty much anywhere from like halfway to this candle and above. If it does that, I'm not interested. Now, if we get a rejection here, then we can take a short down to this level. That's a pretty easy move. But this is how you guys can validate and unvalidate your 5 and 15-minute levels. So this wick right here would pretty much invalidate this 5-minute right now. This is exactly what I was talking about. So it balanced out the volume that's sitting, the unbalanced volume that I would be looking for right here. Remember, 15-minute is the dash. 5 minutes are going to be your small dotted, like these right here. Let's see what the ES is doing. Okay, same scenario of the NQ. Your 5-minute level would have been sitting right here at the 69.17, or let's call it the 69.18. It did break structure, but as you guys can see, it's balancing this volume out right there. So that's no 5-minute level there at all. And I don't really need to look at any unbalanced volume here right now because we still haven't really broken structure down here. So that move is not as clear. And then if we close above this line here, I could delete this 15-minute line at that point. We don't need it. Remember, only area right now that they have unbalanced that they probably would want to tap into is going to be sitting at the 25.717s. And they just balanced out this 5-minute level again. Right back. And this will keep you out of chop, guys, which is a beautiful thing. Now, it's an area to get destroyed in. And again, I'm not looking for any type of reaction here. This is strictly a TP level for me. The 25.717. This is on the 1 minute. You guys can see where the 1 minute level comes from. Always the line always gets put into the topmost part where the line intersects the top bodies of both candles. Okay, never on a wick. So this line would never be up here. It would not be here. It's always going to be right there. And for the downside, if this was, you know, if this was in the opposite, this level would be right here, where the line can reach the furthermost point of the bodies without touching into the wicks. Very mechanical. And so we're heading into an unbalanced area into the NQ, which is in that gray box. But everything here, minus this, maybe this little pocket right here. Very sweepy right there, though. This is your only area right here. But again, this looks very sweepy. That's something I would be interested in. Let's take a look at the ES. All right, so for the ES, same thing. For us to develop a 5-minute level here, we'd have to see this move out. Okay, we need to see an impulsive move out that would break structure here at the 69.23s. And then without it tapping back into this level that would be sitting, or anywhere near this level that would be sitting at the 69.12. So nothing really to map out. And if I jump over to the 15, you can see that this is just pretty much consolidation. So nothing there that you would map out. Eight minutes for IB to be set. At this point, I can get rid of this 15-minute level. We don't need him anymore. Okay, so fresh level would be 15-minute level at the 25,654. So I would be looking to see what kind of reaction, any confirmation candle we have there. And then as far as any targets from here, we can still target the 25,717. They did not finish off this auction here. They came close, but not really, no. So there's still unbalanced volume sitting right there that we can target. And then again, you would just jump down to the 1 minute and then see what levels you can find on the 1 minute. So right now, we'd be very close to adding a level here at the 25,708. Right here. It would be a 1 minute. But again, it's got to break structure. So I'd want to see it at the minimum break here at the 25,681. Would be better to break at the 674. Get a nice confirmation candle, go long. Now you've got a great target for TP. This would probably be TP2. We would hopefully find something intermediate, TP1, down here somewhere. And the style of trading will definitely keep you out of some very bad consolidation areas because of the fact that we are only looking for unbalanced areas that have impulsive move, break of structure. Those are going to be your high quality setups, and those conditions need to be met so that you stay out of chop. Now, it doesn't mean that if you get into an entry that you don't form or you don't start into chop, but you have much less likelihood of taking trades from areas that are unbalanced to get some really strong reactions. Lots of music here today. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's hearing on the music. What's playing right now? Let's see what you guys are listening to. Well, that's a good jam. Damn, you guys are listening to some good music. So what's everybody's holiday plans? What you guys going for Christmas Eve, Christmas? I'm going to my middle sister's house for Christmas Eve. Dressing up as Santa Claus, which I haven't done. I haven't done that. I'll probably hopefully take a picture, or someone will take a picture and I'll post it in my Discord. I haven't had to do that in about 5 or 6 years. About 5 years. I used to do it for my kids every year. But this year, my nephew's bringing his 2 younger kids. And so I'm going to be dressing up as Santa Claus and coming in and giving out the toys. Should be fun. I haven't done that in a long time. Now, the running joke in the family is that I've lost so much weight that they might have to put a pillow in my stomach, which I definitely didn't need to have that before. Yeah, I weighed in this morning. 27 pounds I've dropped. 27 pounds. I'm actually really proud of myself on that. And now it's been extreme. I mean, obviously this one has been extreme. I mean, obviously I think I talked to you guys about the reasons for it. Got some blood work back about 2 months ago that was not good for a kid of my age. And so I pretty much cut out carbs, cut out all sugar, which was very tough. Holy shit, that's been tough. And I cut out red meat. And I've pretty much cut out all caffeine. So no more Diet Cokes. Still have 1 caffeine coffee in the morning, and then I have a decaf. So it's been a pretty drastic, and this has now been going on for about 60 days. My sleep has gotten phenomenal. Did take a blood test about 2 weeks ago, and all the markers were improved. Not dramatically, because it was not that long. Like my sugar levels, those take about 90 days for after you make some type of lifestyle change to really start taking effect. So I'll be really curious here in January when I go back in again to get that done. Didn't have my venison, did not have venison chili on Saturday. So I went to a friend's house, and that was the plan, is that we were going to make some deer chili, just based on you guys on the chat's recommendation. I don't think I've ever had venison before. But we ended up using chicken. So we did chicken chili, which was actually fantastic. And I've also noticed that the food, what was I about to say with that? Totally forgot where I was going with that last thought. Music just changed and it's got me going now. All right, so we got IB low set. Let's get that one loaded up and ready. Again, great area for the IB low. Just a lot of liquidity, obviously sitting at the IB low. $670, $650. So yeah, so right where this 15-minute level, we should get a nice little reaction here, guys. So I am interested in that. Now let me switch my ATM strategy. That should be the right one. Perfect. Oh, that was another thing is alcohol consumption cut down dramatically. I would say 90%. 90%. And when I do, I've been switching to, let's see what happens here. Now you definitely want to see a tap here. You're probably going to get some kind of a little late there. Why is that doing that still? I don't know why it did that. Hopefully you guys saw the footprint confirmation there. That was a good one. So I think about 5 points of profit was the max that I saw. And I can cut my wrist down to right about there. So I brought my wrist down to the 25, 667. If I'm wrong there, then I know that I'm wrong on this trade. Easy area for them. Okay, they got that. We might have a little bit of resistance right at the top end right here. That's pretty balanced out, actually. That might go to break even here. I'll go to break even. All right, so I got knocked out there. We might see it there, but the only thing I was seeing is that volume was pretty balanced out right above us. Not really a super clear area. But I think I gave up about $1,000 there in profit because I think I was sitting at about 1,200 bucks. That's okay. I did not see a very clear, unbalanced area above us there for me to target my TPs. Michael, did you go resting limit or did you do footprint confirmation? I was a little late on my resting on the footprint confirmation, but that was a good one. It's definitely a good one. Off of the resting limit, you probably got your 15 minutes for sure. Not your 15 minutes, your 15 points. You might have even got them on the confirmation. Well, especially Michael on your system, you definitely probably got it. Nice job. why? $173. All right, let's take a look here now. See what kind of reaction we get here, if any. Let's go to the 1 minute, see if there's any targets for us to look at. There's really not. Your only target's sitting right here. Kind of aggressive because it's still got to go through the IB low here. All right, blew through that one. No confirmation there. So we got two pockets of TPs to look at. One right here, and the other one right above it. Those are some bigger targets. Remember, we can't do anything here with this 5 minute level right up here because this has already been balanced out. Yeah, I don't blame you, Steve. I was pretty quick to go to. I cut my risk a little bit, just based on the impulsive move up, and then I went to break even plus I think a point, just to cover some commissions. Which turned out to be the right move from where I was at. I mean, if you were a sniper, you could have probably gotten your 15 points out of that, but. So we just went into the gap, Sunday night's gap right there. Kind of tricky here for unbalanced volume because I'm looking for possible short here off a retest, but I don't necessarily love the fact of going into that gap, which is all the way up to like the 25,600s. So the gap ends pretty much right around down here is where the gap comes to an end. I mean, we could close it out. We could not. Just not. I'm not a big fan of the opening gaps. So everything's got to make sense. I mean, to get into a trade, everything's got to make sense. And then obviously on that IB trade, the first thing I said is I don't see any good targets to the upside. And that was the case. I mean, yeah, we did get. I think I saw that the highest 9 or 10 points. I was probably looking at like $1,200 on my P&L. But you could see that I had a really hard time, you know, making a move to the upside. Not the greatest candle closure there. So no good confirmation for me there. And again, I'll just keep this 15-minute level just to see if we do get, if this now turns into resistance, and then we can There's a lot of volume sitting right here. So we're in a big pocket of volume right here. So he tapped right back into it. And we'll see what the market wants to do. So getting back to my diet scenario, red meat's been very hard. Sugar for me has been the hardest. And I mean, I guess you kind of put in, you could kind of put in carbs with that. But sugar for me has been the hardest. And then the red meat. The red meat's been really tough because I do love myself some red meat. And I think I'm going to start reintroducing it, obviously. But just a lot less. I was consuming it multiple times per day, every day, and we're pretty much sitting in consolidation here. All right, so if we look at the NQ now, the areas of unbalanced volume that it just this is balanced out too. That's no bueno. But we got a small pocket right here that we should see a reaction to. Right here, right at the IB low, we'll probably see a retest or a rejection of the IB low here. And then you can almost target the this level right here, because this now just left some unbalanced volume. Right down here at the 645s, you probably see a rejection here. Yeah, it's a good footprint right there. Shit. That was a good little footprint right there. All right, let's see how this closes here. Not pretty. So what was that reaction good for? About 10 points. It's going to probably want to come into the 680s. Let's see. 680s. Take it. Okay, tapped into the 680s. Let's see if we get a nice closure of this candle to the downside. Definitely can be looking for a short here. I don't think we're going to get it. All right, 15 more minutes for our next giveaway. I should say our last giveaway of the day. Yeah, Michael, it's so it's working. Yeah, this is the new one. My only issue is that the way that my streaming service captures, it's got to that chart has got to be in the same spot every single time. So all right, we're seeing a good rejection here. They just tapped into a pretty good pool there. See if we get a good candle closure here. I would be, if we get a strong candle closure here, I'd be looking to take a short right back down to the 25,654, and it doesn't look like we're going to get it. Nope. Okay. So since I kind of have to go into tools and then do the new, when I drag it to this area, I kind of have to make the adjustment of the capture every time and do them on all the scenes. So it's a little bit more work on my end, but the functionality of it is awesome. I love it. Yeah, I agree. I never liked that. I never liked that look. I don't like that look. I don't want to ever be that guy. All right, let's see what's happening on the 5 minute. Let's see if there's anything here that we can take a look at. That's balanced out already. Nothing there. The only thing fresh right now is, again, the market open move at the 25,780, which I don't put a lot of weight on. Below that, we've got the 25,559. Nothing yet super clean here this morning. I hate to say it, but I'm excited to take a trade. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. This is pretty ripe down here to balance out at the 25,654. It's definitely ripe for a balance, but it's going through this IB low volume. It's kind of stuck in a little cluster here, so we'll see. I'll be right back. I'd like to see a strong candle close here. Just not getting anything. Not getting anything that would give me... I need something a little bit more convincing, like that. Don't make the move yet. Don't make the move yet. Don't make the move yet. Okay. Not the best candle closure there. Let's see if I can fill this in here. Good. I like that. We've got a level right here that we can target. You've got a level right here that you can target. This would be my TP1 and TP2, but I need to see something. Man, I joined the stream just for the music alone, because music is great. Some consolidation here, guys. This is the beauty of this system, is that it really does keep you out of this nasty chop. All right, 7 minutes to go for our next giveaway here. If the NQ can now break through the 715s, so right about here, if it can break through in this to this area, then we can look for a scalp for some unbalanced volume right here. Morning, Josh. Guys, if you like the format, on the new different style format, it's the same for me, but for you guys on stream, it's a little different. Kind of showing you the inner workings of where all the setups and everything really come from, which I think will ultimately help the trader develop their own setups. If you like it, hit the like icon on the stream, guys. I appreciate it. Before I forget, I've been talking about doing this for a while. I'm gonna order myself some nice headphones, but like earbud style, that are plugged in, not Bluetooth. I got my Beats over there, but it's Bluetooth, and I don't want like the reliability of that on stream. Let me see what I can find here on Amazon. Anybody have any recommendations for some good earbuds, wired? good quality ones. Wired headphones. Wired earbuds. Let's see what we got here. Well, definitely not Apple, just because I don't have a Lightning port on my PC. Well, they do have them with. They have the regular ones. Let's see if we get something a little fancier. I don't think that the Apple earpods are very comfortable in the ear. Let's see what else we can find here. Since we got nothing really going on right now. And I don't want a mic on them because I don't want to have any issues with, because the second you put a mic on the AirPod, then it becomes a source in my streaming service, and I don't like that. Those look kind of cool. Single figure earphones, noise isolation, lightweight cable headphones for running office gaming. Plug-in earbuds or builds. All right, doesn't have a mic either. All right, we'll try these out. Sign in. Arrives 2 days before Christmas. Beautiful. Wait, let's make sure. Oh, it's going to the condo. That's not a good place to go. Let's go to the house. Done. Now let's see. Ooh, tomorrow. Beautiful. Bye now. Oh, they do make life easy when you... Let's jump to the 5-minute. Okay, so remember, they've got, on the NQ, they've got the 1-minute levels for TPs here, unbalanced, at the 25, 709, and the 717. They could be coming for that. Just did not really get any good, clear setup to take that type of a long there. That's a momentum trade, and not what I'm necessarily looking at. All right, guys, we got a minute left for the giveaway. Let's see what the keyword should be for the next giveaway. Hashtag profit. So hashtag profit is the keyword. Hopefully if I put this in, it's not gonna... Not gonna make me a winner. Hashtag profit, guys. Type it into the chat. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes to get your entries in. Hashtag profit. So if you put an S, just go back in there and put profit. I don't want you to get This is just going to go off of hashtag profit. All right. Any size. Apex eval. All right. Hashtag is going to be hashtag profit. Okay. And I don't know. I've never done countdown, so we'll do countdown. It's a different type of game that we can play. All right, 15 more seconds, guys. Hashtag profit. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. All right. Where are the names at? Okay. I don't like the fact that I don't put the names on there, but Travis Wright, 5718, you are the winner, buddy. So I will put in, so Travis Wright, that was my least favorite. Well, not for Travis, but that was my least favorite visually appealing game. I like the Wheel of Fortune one the best. Send an email to Trader Rob at robstrades.com, and I will reply with your coupon code. Sweet. And like I said, now with the new platform, I've got a lot more options, guys, of doing things like this. Make things a little bit easier. So I do appreciate everyone that comes on the stream. Pretty ugly price action here today, I will say. Pretty ugly. All right, I'll be right back. Do-do-do. You got it, Travis. Just send me an email. Send an email to Trader Rob at robstrades.com. Sennheiser earphone. Man, I just bought them, but that's fine. Let me take a look at it. Let's see here. They have, I'm looking for earbuds though. I have a really nice set of these, but these are much bigger. I use this when I'm editing my videos, but just listening to music, I'd like to keep it to just earbuds for right now. I don't think that they have, let me see, earbuds. They might just be the And I definitely do not want Bluetooth because I already have, I've got my Beats Pro. This is the one that I just bought. Raycon. Oh, well, these are more for like athletics. Bluetooth. I don't see anything that fits exactly what I'm looking for. And they can't have a microphone too, which is another issue. Because the second I put a microphone on, it adds another microphone source. All right, let's see if we're just staying in this range or what the dealio is today. No 5-minute level foot was formed. You can see no start of an impulse candle, but you can just see, guys, the part of the strategy is, you know, when it comes back and balances out the volume, which is what I keep talking about, it's telling you that this move here did not have the fuel. It didn't have the fuel to take out another unbalanced volume area, which is sitting pretty much in between these two lines right up here. This is a good pocket right here. So hopefully you guys are picking up on that. Why it's important to not have this balancing out of volume leading into the impulsive move. Because that's where the reaction is going to come from when you don't have this. Let's jump to the 15. I just looking at price action. I know there's not going to be anything here on the 15. No. We have what looks like the beginning of one possibly, but it's going to have a lot of work to do to make a 15-minute level right there. It's not the best price action here today. Took a trade on the IB low, took a fade to the upside. I think it was maybe 9 points in profit on that, up about a grand. But went to break even plus a point, and it was good with my decision. I don't think I would have ever hit my TP, and I know for damn sure I would have hit my 15-point stop. So it's a good trade decision right there. All right, let's just take a look at the ES. It's just junk. It's junky junk. You know, you've got a 5-minute level sitting right here. If we can break structure up here at the 69.28 without any, you know, you do not want to see this candle or the following candles wick into this level right here, because then that gets balanced out as well. No level here whatsoever. I think most of you are picking up on the concept. But you also need price action. You also need price action. Pretty much from an hour from when we started the stream, we've been sitting in about a 10-point range on the ES. Now, the 69.30 on the ES is untested, so we can see if there's any type of reaction there. And then based on this 5-minute level, you know, if we do get an impulsive move to the 69.30s, then you could look for a short right back down to this 5-minute level. That's a great TP right there, unbalanced as of right now. And then you can obviously go down to the 1 minute and then find your 1-minute level, which doesn't look very good. You know, you can make a case, not really. Almost at your point of control would probably be your best target right there. This got balanced out. This is getting balanced out. Not the greatest. All right, guys, I think I'm going to cut the stream off here for today. Like I said, I got 2 closings here today. I've got to do a bunch of work to get prepared for it. And I will be live tomorrow, 8 a.m. And if any setups do occur, I will make sure to post those in the signal service. As of right now, price action's been pretty garbagey. So thank you guys honestly for the support in general. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button on the stream, now we get a nice little move. That was, I think, just taken out. Of course, now we might get some action. Let's just see what the NQ is doing. All right, so nothing here, obviously. These are just 1 minute TP levels. You know, nothing really gets serious until we get up here. All right, probably wants to, can even target the IB high too. We'll see. All right, guys, hit the like on the stream. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys here.